There's a reason Justin Marks has gone radio silent every time a reporter mentions Rick Hendrick's name in the same sentence as Shane Van Gisbergen. And fair dinkum, it's not because nothing's happening, it's because something massive is happening. And Trackhouse Racing knows the moment they confirm it, they lose the best road course racer on planet Earth. The Kiwi Legend just wrapped a rookie cup season with 5 wins. 5 Rookie of the Year. He pipped every American hotshot at the post on road courses, and this is the part the U.S. broadcast won't touch with a 10-foot pole, there is a performance and charter clause buried in his Trackhouse extension that could see him in a Hendrick Chevrolet faster than you can say absolute legend. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand why every minute SVG spends in that number 88 Trackhouse car is costing him a championship, and why Rick Hendrick is reportedly the only bloke in the garage with the checkbook to fix it. Right. Let's wind the clock back to understand the mess SVG walked into. In late 2024, 2 NASCAR Cup teams, 23X1 Racing, owned by Michael Jordan, and Front Row Motorsports, refused to sign NASCAR's new charter agreement. They sued, antitrust claims, federal court, the whole bloody circus. For the better part of a year, the entire charter market was frozen. No team could buy, sell, or trade a guaranteed starting spot because nobody knew if 23XY and Front Row's charters were even going to exist anymore. And here's where it bites Trackhouse right in the bottom line. Justin Marks had been quietly trying to expand to a 4th full-time charter for SVG and Connor Zilisch. He couldn't. The market was locked tighter than a Holden V8 at Bathurst. Then December 2025, boom! The lawsuit settles on day 9 of trial. NASCAR and the 2 teams shake hands, charters preserved, and suddenly the market reopens. But here's the kicker. Trackhouse still didn't get a 4th charter. They had to shuffle. Daniel Suarez, the bloke who gave Trackhouse their first ever Cup win, got moved on to Spire Motorsports. Connor Zilisch was promoted into the number 87. And SVG, he kept his seat, sure, but he's now sharing a 3-car stable with 2 teammates who are arguably getting better Chevrolet R&D pipeline support than he is. The U.S. broadcast won't tell you this, but multiple paddock sources reckon SVG's multi-year extension, the one announced in August 2025, contains a performance tier clause. Translation: if Trackhouse can't deliver a top-tier oval package by a specific benchmark in 2026, the Kiwi has an exit ramp, and that exit ramp leads straight to the front gate of Hendrick Motorsports in Concord, North Carolina. Wait, it gets more complicated. Now look, every American pundit with a microphone spent 2024 telling us SVG was a road course specialist, a novelty act, a Kiwi import who'd embarrass himself on the ovals. They were taking the mickey out of him, frankly. Let's look at what actually happened in 2025. SVG won at Mexico City, a road course, yes, but he also gobbled up a 29-second deficit in 17 laps at Watkins Glen. That's not skill, that's bloody witchcraft. He finished the season 12th in the standings, 12th as a rookie. With 312 laps led, that is gun driver territory for a first full season in stock cars. And listen, yes, 4 of those wins came on road courses. The critics will throw that at you all day, but here's what they conveniently leave out. His oval average finish improved every single quarter of the season. By the back half of 2025, the man was running inside the top 20 at places like Kansas and Homestead. For context, Kyle Larson, the bloke widely considered the best in the world, finished outside the top 20 in his own rookie oval starts at the same age. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. If you watch the in-car telemetry leaks, and I have SVG is being given what insiders politely call B-grade equipment on the ovals. The newest aero packages, the fresh from the shop short track setups, those have been flowing to the number 1 of Ross Chastain. Why? Because Chastain is the established American star. He's the marketing face, and Trackhouse, being a smaller 3-charter outfit, simply doesn't have the engineering bandwidth to give all three drivers the absolute top-shelf gear every single week. So SVG is being asked to learn ovals, the hardest discipline transition in motorsport, with the second-best toolbox in his own garage. That, mates, is how you sabotage a champion, not on purpose, just by circumstance, and the circumstance is killing him. Now let's talk about the elephant in the garage. Hendrick Motorsports, 4 cars, Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, officially the longest-running stable lineup in Hendrick history, locked in for 2026. So how on earth does SVG fit in? Here's the bit the American press is too scared to print. Chase Elliott is 30, Alex Bowman is 32 with a documented injury history, and Rick Hendrick, a man who has built a dynasty by thinking 3 years ahead of everyone else, knows that within 24 to 36 months, he needs a successor. Not a backup, a successor. Someone who can step into the number 9 or the number 48 and immediately win road courses, immediately threaten on intermediates, and immediately move merchandise. Look around the garage. Who fits that brief? A 22-year-old American development driver who's never won a cup race, or a 3-time Supercars champion who just bagged 5 wins as a cup rookie and has the entire ANZAC market eating out of his hand. Hendrick's not stupid. Sources close to the team, and I'm choosing my words carefully here, have indicated there have been informal conversations, not contract talks, not even pre-negotiation, just conversations. The kind that happened at the Charlotte airport between 2 blokes who happen to share a runway. But here's the kicker, and this is what makes this whole thing a powder keg. SVG's loyalty to Justin Marks is enormous. Marks is the bloke who gave him the shot when no other team in NASCAR would touch a Kiwi V8 Supercars driver with a barge pole. Marks built the Project 91 program specifically as a runway for SVG. The Kiwi has said in multiple interviews, including post-Watkins Glen, that he owes Trackhouse everything, and that, mates, is why this is so brutal. SVG isn't being courted because he wants to leave. He's being courted because Hendrick can see what Trackhouse can't afford to provide, and if Justin Marks doesn't find a way to deliver that 4th charter, the oval spec engineering, and the championship caliber crew, chief continuity, that performance clause kicks in, and the Kiwi legend walks. Not because he wants to, because he has to. So here's where you, the hardcore ANZAC NASCAR fan, to come in. Because this isn't just a contract story. This is the story of whether the greatest export from our corner of the world gets the equipment he deserves, or whether he gets pipped at the post by American politics, charter bureaucracy, and a team that simply can't keep up with the Hendrick war chest. Trackhouse gave SVG his shot, no question. They're the reason he's in NASCAR. But loyalty doesn't win championships. Equipment wins championships. Engineering wins championships. And right now, the math is brutal. Hendrick has it. Trackhouse is fighting to build it. And SVG's prime years are bleeding away, 1 second-rate oval setup at a time. So I'm throwing it to you in the comments, and I want a war down there. Fair go tell me. Is Shane Van Gisbergen being too loyal to Trackhouse, or is he being quietly sabotaged by a team that can't afford to win? Type Hendrick if you reckon the Kiwi needs to jump ship and chase the championship he deserves. Type Trackhouse if loyalty matters more than silverware, and you reckon Justin Marks deserves the chance to finish what he started. Smash the like button, subscribe for the next deep dive. We've got a massive investigation dropping next week on what Connor Zillish's promotion really means for SVG's number 88. And remember, the US press won't tell you this stuff. We will. This is your ANZAC NASCAR desk. The Kiwi legend deserves better. The question is, will he get it?